Traditional finale to all major competition is the floor exercise. This one promises to be an absolute cracker with, of course, the world floor champion Andrea Raducan going. But to get the action underway is Viktoria Karpenko of the Ukraine.
Viktoria really working dramatically to this superb piece of music, The Saint, opening with a double Arabian into punch front. And it's very important that the gymnasts choose music that they work to, that the music is not a background. Working continuously out of the tumble. Full twisting straddle jump into Shishanova. The demands of floor routines of this present era require amazing local muscular endurance, especially around the legs, and a higher degree of cardiovascular fitness than ever before, because the gymnasts are on the go constantly for 1 minute and 30 seconds, and they have to distribute the elements equally right through the routine, so they can't do all the difficult stuff at the beginning. In fact, the more difficult the skill at the end, the more points the gymnast gains. Full twisting double back. A clean, nice routine, and a rare smile there from Viktoria Karpenko. And that says a lot. She must be highly satisfied.
She's saying her European Championships are over. We'll see her in action on Eurosport next at the Olympic gymnastic competitions. Well, she'll be representing the Ukraine and hopefully going for gold in both the all-around and the individual apparatus finals. And it's fair to say that Viktoria Karpenko will be, well, stands a good chance, if nothing else, of maintaining that pretty impressive record held by the Ukrainians. Gold medalist in the all-around competition in '96 and in 1992. Clearly, Monica, the technical difficulty there, but perhaps not as much interpretation as some of the next competitors will be showing us. No, she has her own brand of charisma, really. You will never get her to be particularly demonstrative. She woos the judges by her technique. But, you know, it's not out of the realms of possibility that we are seeing the future Olympic champion in action, because she has a repertoire as good as anybody else in the world on all 4 pieces of apparatus. One of the competitors have also said that they've all got new routines and little goodies in the trick bag all coming out at Sydney. So possibly a lot of these competitors saving their best, understandably so, till the Millennium Games. But no question that with that final tumble and landing it solid as a rock, that Viktoria Karpenko will be one of the competitors to watch out for.
Well, I think that looking at the power of Karpenko's tumbling, this is where she could produce some shocks, because I have a feeling that before the end of the millennium, we will see female gymnasts producing 3.5 twists and quadruple twists. And Karpenko is one of the gymnasts who has the legs to produce that quality of tumbling.
It's a quality score as well, 9.812 for Viktoria Karpenko. That's a cracking start to this European floor competition. Well, if we're talking about charisma, there will be no shortage of it in this young lady's performance. Ludivine Furnon, bronze medalist in the World Championships of 1995. She struggled with injury since then, it's fair to say. She's back and back with a vengeance, and of course, on her home turf, is desperate to appease the crowd as well as the judges.
Oh, but she's got bags of personality. She oozes sex appeal, doesn't she, really? And of course the crowd are ecstatic at her appearance. They really do follow Ludivine with great passion, and she performs with passion too.
setting the stadium alight with an electrifying performance, vying to become the first ever Frenchwoman to take a gold medal in a European Championship competition. And Ludivine Furnon, well, if the applause and cheers from the crowd are the indication or are anyway slightly going to sway the judges, it really was a superb cheer, a superb performance, and really, as we said earlier, charisma from start to finish.
Oh, absolutely. As regards personality and musical interpretation, it was superb. Far superior than any that we've seen before. But as for real gymnastics, then it bore no comparison to the quality of Karpenko's tumbling. She only had 3 tumbles, and floor is about dance, and it is about this kind of skill, a very, very real skill. But there was something lacking, and that was the quality of the tumbling. But it's great to see that level of dance and this level of passion. Who better than the French to share it?
Well, it's this debate that we've had, competition after competition, year after year, Monica. We've been commentating on gymnastics together now since 1992. And how do you draw the line? There it was, as you quite rightly said, full of sex appeal, full of enthusiasm, full of energy, and full of charisma from start to finish. But the technical content, not quite there. Therefore, how does the judge draw the line?
Well, she works off a 10 tariff. And she fulfills the requirements of the Code of Points. And she fulfills it beautifully. Absolutely a dynamic routine. But in comparison to somebody like Karpenko, who puts in so much more than is required, it's difficult. It's left down to the decision and the choice of the judges, and they do have an amount of choice. But they can only vary their scores between 9.6 and 10 by 0.15, so they've got to be all in the same mind if they like it.
Well, for me, the most important part of that performance, she seemed to enjoy it from start to finish, smiling all the way through the performance, and she's been rewarded. 9.875. Ludivine Furnon of France goes into first position. Fair to say some of the favourites are still to make their challenge, including the world reigning floor champion Andrea Raducan of Romania. But for now, it is Furnon who goes into top position and has set, well, a pretty stiff task to better. 9.875. The judges not only liking the personality and the dynamic tumbling, but also the charisma and dance that was clearly demonstrated by Ludivine Furnon of France. As we said earlier, history possibly in the making here, as France looks for its first senior women's gold individual apparatus medal from a European Championship. We're going to take a quick break from the action here. We'll be back with the world floor champion after these short messages. Stay with us.
I will help one client succeed, then I will help another.
I will seek answers to questions others wouldn't bother to ask.
Je n'aurai pas toujours la solution, mais je réussirai.
I will rush to the defense of facts.
I work for JP Morgan.
I work for JP
Je
Morgan.
travaille pour JP Morgan.
Trabajo en JP Morgan. I work for JP Morgan.
10:15 Uhr verlässt sie das Haus. Dann muss alles sehr schnell gehen. Ihr wisst, worauf es ankommt. Die Kochsensoren, die Selbstreinigungsautomatik, der Profigriff, das Design, der Edelstahl und behandelt ihn gut. Ich kenne nichts Vergleichbares.
Herde für Liebhaber. Ab sofort legal bei Ihrem Siemens-Händler.
Greatest hits of the 70s. 8 CDs, one fantastic collection. 120 144 of the greatest hits from the outrageous 70s. Strut your stuff to the collection of the decade. Packed full of the greatest hits of the 70s. That's all your favourite 70s songs. Don't miss out. Call this number now. An exclusive offer that's not available in the shops. 8 CDs, unbelievable value, just $29.99 plus post and packing. The greatest hits of the 70s, available to you by calling the number on your screen now. 8 CDs, $29.99 plus post and packing. Order now.
Enter the Air Canada competition for your chance to win a fantastic trip to attend the Air Canada Formula One Grand Prix in Montreal with the person of your choice. What nationality is Jacques Villeneuve? Canadian, Brazilian, or Dutch? You know the answer? If so, call the Eurosport hotline now or connect to Eurosport.com.
Three competitors remain in the women's floor exercise final, and this is the world champion, the gold medalist from Tianjin of a year ago, Andrea Raducan, who, Monica, is expected to take top position in this European final.
She is, and we've seen wonderful artistry from Ludivine Furnon, and I expect that you'll see a repetition of such artistry from Raducan. Not only this similar type of artistry, not the pizzazz and the flashy leotard, but the accuracy of tumbling and a full demonstration of what women's artistic gymnastics is about. The combination of the two, double layout to start. Not the punch front, but she has equal tumbles later. Whip immediate double pike. She really is a superb floor worker. But it's amazing how much costume can affect the work, because Ludivine had a black leotard against a white floor, and this a white leotard against a white floor doesn't look nearly so dramatic. 2.5 twist punch front, neatly worked out from. She's never ever stopped. Amazingly fit. The leap series, 3 gymnastic leaps linked. Nice triple twist. And 4 splendid tumbles. A beautifully choreographed routine to river dance from the world champion Andrea Raducan from Romania.
Work from start to finish, non-stop, really busy as a bee. And Ludivine Furnon, first to congratulate, but we'll watch the scores very carefully. 9.875 is the target, and Raducan, well, getting into it immediately with the first tumble, spotting it all perfectly. And from this point on, it was work right from start to finish.
Same introduction as Furnon, minus the punch front. But then throughout the routine, she had more difficulty. This combination, for example, a whip immediate double pike somersault. Beautiful carriage all the way through the dance. It practically put a spirit level on her shoulders. And there the 2.5 twist into punch front, and so neatly worked out from. And this must be the final tumble, triple twist. And I'd like to bet that, no, that was the middle tumble repeat again with double back.
Well, it's not enough. What a surprise. 9-8-1-2. And, well, a few jeers from the crowd, but a few smiles as well from the French camp, because Raducan has gone into second position behind Ludivine Furnon of France. And that really is, well, quite an outcome, as you can see. Silence in the Romanian sector of the crowds there. And, well, doing a good job not to get too disappointed. She's there wishing her teammate the best of luck. This is Simona Amanar. She was third in the last European Championships on the floor back in 1998 in St. Petersburg. Now, Amanar, she's had a good day's work, fair to say. She's taken a gold and a silver so far, looking for medal potentially number 3 in the last event of the competition.
And I'd like to bet that Octavian Ballou has given her a good talking to after the team event, because she's marching onto the apparatus very aggressively, like he's asking for a change in attitude, and he's got it. Simona really has improved in the artistry in her floor routine, because this is something that she doesn't find easy. Triple twists, double back straights aren't difficult for her, but to demonstrate the artistry of dance, she finds quite difficult. And they say one is born to dance. It's very difficult for you to be taught. But splendid tumbling. But she's giving it everything. There's more from the soul than ever before here from Simona Amanar, challenging the judges and Ludivine Furnon. This is a desperate attempt to get into the medals. And how about that? Well, that looked to me as though she put in 150% effort. She did her utmost, absolute utmost, and I think the coach agrees too. There's Octavian Ballou, and he'll be a little more pleased with that than he was with her bar routine a couple of days ago, when she really lost the team title for the Romanians, and he marched out of the arena.
Fair to say she's had a tough Europeans, Monica, Simona Amanar. She's had a good day today, but she lost the all-around title right in the fourth and final rotation. She's come back and battled well. She really is a gutsy fighter, Simona Amanar, and as quite rightly pointed out by our expert here in the box, Monica Phelps, the coach said you're going to have to give something special if you want another gold here on the floor, and she really has given everything 100%. And I can note as well, Monica, that you're picked it out as always again. She really has worked hard on the dance skills. She really is starting to look a lot more happier, more comfortable with the dance sectors of her floor routine, rather than just being the traditional powerhouse and very technically led tumbler.
Yes, that was lovely to see her putting in so much, because she's been a terrific ambassador for Romanian gymnastics. She has been the anchor girl to the team. She's a wonderful role model to have in any team, and unfortunately she just lacks the artistry, and that is something, you know, if you haven't got that soul to feel movement, it's very difficult to reproduce. But the coach or the choreographer has done a really good job with her floor, and she just gave it everything.
21-year-old gets a 9.8, quite a surprise. For now she goes into fourth position. Disappointment there for Simona Amanar. And again, not enough to challenge Ludivine Furnon, who has to watch just one more competitor. And you can see the French crowd starting to sense that there's history in the making here, because if Ludivine can see off the last challenge of Elena Produnova, then she will be, well, the first ever French woman. They're celebrating because they know that it's gold or silver. And let's see how Produnova can bring this competition to a close. She certainly has the ability to change the gold medal position. As we said earlier, the target score is 9.875.
Well, the pressure is tremendous, but this is the girl who can do it. She is so dramatic and powerful, takes enormous risk on massive forward tumbles. Double tuck into punch front. She is dramatic, and black is the colour for her in this routine. It really is. The contrast of the white floor and the immense power of the girl. Straight front and another double front. Hernando's hideaway. And so suited to her type of dramatic movement and power. Let's face it, she's got to be good. She's Russian champion. She's diminutive. She's only about 1 meter 47 centimeters. And despite the fact she's got chunky thighs, very, very muscular and very light. Final tumble.
Oh!
Well.
Right at the end there, superb performance. Spellbinding, really from start to finish, but the stutter came right on the landing of the last tumble, and that could be, again, it's a horrible job being a commentator. That is the difference between the gold and the silver. That small mistake on the end has to be quite a severe point deduction from the judges, and it possibly will not be enough to take the gold away from the French performer.
Yes, she concentrated for 1 minute and 29 seconds instead of 1 minute and 30 seconds. And, you know, she's definitely lost the gold. She can't possibly win the gold because she disguised it. But she had a huge backward stutter. She changed it into a little bit of dance, but we're not silly. Double Arabian punch front. And this is innovative stuff. Nobody else in the world had produced the double Arabian punch front, and nobody else in this event does the straight front double tuck. So she had it, everything to gain, and on the very last tumble lost it.
Let's hopefully get a look at that last tumble. I think it's this one.
Yes, the handspring there, handspring, double twisting front somersault. A bit untidy around the legs there, but it is slow motion punch pike, and she came in short. Weight over her heels instead of over her toes, and she's struggling. She did brilliantly to disguise it, but her heart rate must have gone up so dramatically.
9-8-1-2. It's a joint silver medal position for Elena Produnova. She ties. Well, there we have confirmation that Ludivine Furnon takes the gold medal. History in the making here in the Paris Bercy Stadium. The first ever French woman to take a European individual apparatus gold, with Karpenko and Raducan tying for second position. And Produnova also in second position. So 3 silver medals and the gold for Furnon. Let's whip back to the beam presentation, and Svetlana Kurkina, her 4th gold medal of these European Championships. She's had a fantastic time here in France. She said before this competition this was one of her favourite countries to compete in. I'm sure it is now. Simona Amanar battling as always to try and keep up with Kurkina. These two have given us some thrilling entertainment over the past 3 days, but Amanar having just settled for the silver medal for Romania. And Zamolodchikova going into 3rd place, taking the bronze, Elena Zamolodchikova, and she too looking to confirm her place in the Russian Olympic squad. Well, Svetlana Kurkina, who was 5th in the recent Russian national championships, has come to the Bercy Stadium and proved that she will be the hot favourite to plunder for gold in Sydney, taking the team all around and of course taking gold in the beam and the uneven bars. What a cheer for Ludivine Furnon of France. The first time ever France has taken a gold. And Furnon, well, will build on this with her hopes of an Olympic medal just 123 days away. 3 competitors all taking the silver: Karpenko, Raducan and Produnova. With congratulations to all of the medalists. We'll be back with more artistic gymnastics on Eurosport 26th, 27th and 28th from Bremen in Germany for the men's European Championships. Both Monica and I looking forward to bringing you the form guide to Sydney of the men's competition before we head off to Australia. Hope you've enjoyed our coverage from the European Championships. From Monica Phelps and Nick Fellows, it's goodbye for now.
The Women's Artistic Gymnastics European Championships.
France Telecom, official partner of the French national team.